Ladies and gentlemen, in yesterday's video, I made the very big claim that this is the most important moment that Bitcoin has seen for the entirety of 2025. There's that video right there. I stand by that claim. Bitcoin is retesting the bull market support band alongside a retest of the horizontally established support zone going right backwards almost a year to December 2024. Losing these levels would not only be devastating from a range-bound structural perspective, but also devastating from a trend-based perspective because there is a cyclical trend involved with the bull market support band here. We always go downwards in September and retest the bull market support band before going to all-time highs. Hence, breaking that bull market support band in September would be a break of that trend and devastating for Bitcoin. There's the bull market support band retest in September in 2021 on top of the neckline of horizontally established support. And there's the exact same thing in 2017 in September, retest to all-time highs. Breaking this bull market support band would be, again, no other way to say it, but devastating and potentially bull market ending. We need to hold this level at around 109,000, stems all the way down to something like $107.3 thousand, which is what makes this region so important. As we speak right now, we could be making progress on the short term. There's a clear structure that is formed here on the short term hourly chart, and we need to discuss that in today's video. It really should not take long. A quick update, I'm not going to waste your time. Before we dive into it, I encourage you to check out the Bitunix Exchange. It's a global exchange with no restrictions, no matter where you are in the world, no VPN required. It's non-KYC as well, which is absolutely huge. On top of that, it's never had a security breach before, never been hacked before. So this is a safe exchange, globally accessible. It's very major in terms of it's got every single trading pair you would expect on a major exchange. And if you sign up with my referral link down below, not only will you get a 15% trading fee discount attached to your account for life, but you also get access to a reward center with over $100,000 in USDT rewards and bonuses. So use my link down below to sign up, get on a great exchange, help out the channel, and help out yourself. You need a good one. A lot of people are getting hacked and lost their money on exchanges, or they're getting ripped off in fees. This is the solution. So check out that link below. Let's get into the content. In a more fleshed out version of the chart I showed you at the start of the video, we see various different lines. One of these lines is up here in red at $118,000. That is the level we've most recently rejected from. That is also the POC on the volume profile. We've discussed this level before. Very important that Bitcoin gets above 118,000 sooner or later. Until we are above $118,000, I really don't think Bitcoin is in the clear on any sort of macro sense. $118,000 is also where this yellow line is currently sitting, and that yellow line isn't just any random line. It goes right backwards to 2017 bull market, cuts across the 2021 highs, and has been a point of rejection on Bitcoin on two separate occasions, most recently just a few days ago, which has led to this most recent correction downwards. So clearly $118,000 is an important level that Bitcoin needs to conquer. And unfortunately, so far, we've been suppressed downwards, and we've gone again for a retest of the critical level, which is the bull market support band, on top of the $107,000 support zone. So Bitcoin is clamped in a very tight price region here. And it's even further clamped than what you would think, right? I've just established the $118,000 resistance zone. I've established the $107,000 support zone. But we're even more clamped than that because we zoom into the price action, and what we see is on the hourly chart is this red level right here, this horizontal red line at around $113.5 thousand, which has clearly been a very important horizontal resistance zone on multiple occasions on Bitcoin throughout September, and even right now as we speak, it's still acting as resistance. So right now we are being pinned down by this 113.5 level right on top of the critical bull market support band support. We're in a very tight price region, and this $113,000 level is holding Bitcoin down. Now, the update I'm bringing you today, the reason I'm making this video and the reason why it's a quick video is because there's really not much to say other than this. This is the new information that has come into the market since yesterday. Bitcoin has formed a pattern here, right? In the period of time it's been rejecting from 113.5 thousand, it looks like it has taken a pause in this correction. This steep drop we saw from this big ascending wedge breakdown has paused for now. Bitcoin has had a breath of fresh air, and in doing so, it has formed a descending, broadening wedge formation on the hourly chart which is generally a pattern of reversal. That is a good sign. That's generally a pattern of an upside reversal. We look at the hourly chart RSI and we see that pattern is confirmed via the hourly chart RSI. It's validated by the hourly chart RSI, because sometimes what you can see is you can see early formations of patterns like this, but then the price action plays out and it turns into something completely different. Well, the fact of the matter is, the retest we've most recently seen on the hourly chart RSI seems to line up with the retest of resistance from this descending broadening wedge. And for that reason, I would say the descending broadening wedge is very likely a valid formation. And hence, that is the formation, in my view, along with the hourly chart RSI and the white line here. That is the formation that you need to watch. If Bitcoin breaks above this descending broadening wedge with a break of the hourly chart RSI resistance line as well, it's quite likely that Bitcoin will be getting above 113.5 thousand. Now, again, the key point there is we need to get above 113.5 thousand. And that's only to get out of a short-term problem. Because the short-term problem right now is we have no breathing room. The short-term problem right now is we are right on top of the critical level we need to hold. Now, getting above 113.5 thousand would put something in between us and the critical level we need to hold, and would probably start a rounding bottom formation that could send Bitcoin up to resistance once more. So it's very, very important that Bitcoin breaks this newly found structure to the upside. It's very, very important that Bitcoin breaks $113.5 thousand to the upside. It looks like we have early signs that is probably a bit more likely to be the case. It's too early to tell for sure. It's too early to make predictions. I'd like to see the pattern break, and obviously we could, given the fact it's a descending broadening wedge, we could still be in for another big swing downwards, and that's when I'm really going to start paying attention, because that's going to be a very close retest of the critical zone we need to hold if we do that. So hopefully we don't. Hopefully we can just blast through here. But look, there's no guarantees at all. And it does look like we're finding local resistance here. So another swing down to the bottom is certainly on the table. Certainly a possibility. But the point of this video is to show you the structure that I'm watching on the hourly chart. And more importantly, to show you the $113.5 thousand local resistance level that we need to conquer in order to put something between us and the critical support zone that we need to hold from a macro perspective, which is coming from the bull market support band. The broader market is doing exactly the same thing that Bitcoin is doing here, right? Bitcoin's got its critical support right here, horizontally and on the bull market support band. Guess what? Ethereum's doing the same thing. It's testing its critical support zone in a macro scale as we speak, and the total cryptocurrency market cap is doing the exact same thing as well. It's testing its critical support zone, which is coming from this diagonal white line as we speak. So I repeat what I said in yesterday's video. I genuinely think this is probably one of, if not the most important moment of the 2025 bull market, because this could be a make or break moment. Now, I could go into nuances about what would happen if we broke 107.3 thousand, but the reality is we don't really know. It doesn't necessarily mean the bull market would end if we broke that level, but it certainly would mean that the regular 4-year cycle would probably be ending, at least in the way we currently understand it. There's a 2-bar theory in the 4-year cycle. I don't know if you've heard of that suggested that perhaps we would have seen a top in August, but I would have seen that. I do still see that as a relatively unsupported trend. Of course, if we did see actual breakdowns here and an actual bear market start to begin, that's a trend we'd have to start considering. But at that point, the 4-year cycle's date range trends would be so diluted that we'd have to question whether the cycle was going to be even strong enough to look at closely in the next cycle. There's so many questions that are unresolved here that I'm not going to even try to answer until we get clear resolution. Do we hold this level at 107, or do we break 118? And the answer to either of those questions depends on the short-term price action. And one of the things it depends on is this local structure that has just formed. So I'm paying very close attention to charts. I recommend you do so as well. And I recommend you stay up to date with the YouTube channel, guys, because it's this YouTube channel that told you not to get hasty on buying at the $118,000 resistance. It's this YouTube channel that told you not to get hasty at selling at the $107,000 support. There's a lot of fraudsters in the crypto YouTube space. I'm proud to say I don't think I'm one of them. Obviously, that's biased, but you can check the track record for yourself. Appreciate your support, guys. I really do. Subscribe, like, comment. And again, check out that Bitunix Exchange. Go ahead and do so down below. The link is there. The link will get you a 15% lifetime trading fee discount on Bitunix. It's a global non-KYC exchange. There's no location-based restrictions on this exchange, and it's never been hacked before in over 4 years on the market. So all of those things come together to make this an exceptional pick. I use this exchange personally. It's the only exchange I do use, and it's been that way for many, many months. So use my link down below to sign up if you're interested. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you soon.